Okay, and this is the listening exercise 3-2 Hiro'S story. So here we're going to listen to Hiro.
On March 11th, 2011, at 2:46 p.m., near the northeastern coast of the country, Japan experienced an undersea earthquake measuring 9.0 on the Richter scale. Shortly after, Hiromaru Sasazaki was looking at the damage in his fishing shop in Rikuzen, Takata, when a tsunami alarm went off. People didn't do anything because 2 days earlier, another alarm went off after an earthquake had turned up waves only 60 centimeters high. This time, however, the alarm gave warning of 3-meter waves. This didn't scare Hiro, as his town had a wall along the coast, much higher than 3 meters. He decided to go home to his wife. When he arrived, his wife was gone. She had left the apartment. Suddenly, he heard a woman scream from outside and saw a wall of water crash into his apartment building. The tsunami cut the building into 2 pieces, pulling the second story of the building and Hiro's home into the water. The whole second floor of the apartment began moving away in the water. Below him, the waves were destroying the floor. The strength of the water hitting the floor broke Hiro's leg. Water began to quickly enter through the floor of Hiro's apartment. Luckily, he was able to climb to the roof. While the building was moving with the waves, Hiro noticed a helicopter flying above. He waved to the helicopter, and it soon flew down close to him. But when it flew close to him, Hiro realized the helicopter couldn't help him. It was a television helicopter. It soon flew away. After about 30 minutes of moving with the waves, seeing cars, furniture, and burning homes pass him by, he knew that he was moving towards the ocean and away from land. If he stayed with the home, he would enter the ocean and probably die. It was his last chance. He jumped into the dirty, ice-cold water and tried to swim to land. It was nearly impossible because of his broken leg. Also, while he was swimming, his hands hit objects like wood, furniture, cars, and other things that the water had taken with it. Hiro finally swam to land and went to the top of a hill in his town. He saw that many people had gone there when they heard the tsunami alarm. After a few hours, from a window on the ground floor, he saw his wife Nobuko, who was searching for him. He shouted. She saw him and rushed in. Hiro and Nobuko are now rebuilding their lives as their home and town were both destroyed. It is hard to imagine that they were the lucky ones, because the earthquake and tsunami of 2011 caused more than 15,000 deaths. The cost of the damage was $230 billion, making this the most expensive natural disaster in history.
Okay, so this was the story about the last tsunami that happened in Japan years ago, and the story about someone who survived the tsunami, ¿ok? Entonces es un poquito, nos habla de lo que pasó con el último tsunami que hubo grande en Japón, que hubo una pequeña alarma días antes y no pasó nada, que porque era un drama y las olas eran más que de 60 centímetros, y el mero día que pasó, las olas pasaron de más de 3 metros, y si recuerdan fue algo muy impactante porque hubo un derrame en una planta nuclear. Ese tsunami casualmente ocurrió en un lugar donde vive un familiar mío, y tuvieron ahí muchos detallitos con esa cuestión de la radiación que hubo, estuvo muy hardcore el asunto, entonces nos habla un poquito de ese desastre natural. Entonces, después de escuchar a Hiro, ustedes van a contestar los dos ejercicios que vienen aquí. Here's story number 1. So it says that this is an image of what happened. If you remember, you can look for videos on the web where you can see the story. En esas épocas ya teníamos uso de Facebook y redes sociales, entonces podíamos ver videos en vivo de gente que iba por la calle y el agua se les iba metiendo y sí estuvo un poquito feo. Okay, you're going to listen to a story about Canadian College of English Language student Hiromaru Sasaki's experience with Japan's great earthquake and tsunami of 2011. As you listen, answer the following question. What did the earthquake measure on the Richter scale? Where was Hiromaru when he heard the tsunami alarm? Why didn't he worry about the alarm? Where was Hiro when he saw the helicopter? In addition to the objects hitting him in the water, why was it difficult for Hiro to swim in the ocean? Where did his wife Nobuko find him? How many people died in Japan's great earthquake and tsunami in 2011? So, as I told you before, this was one of the biggest natural disasters that have hit Japan in the last decades. And you're going to answer here these questions. And after that, you're going to listen to answer this other part. Here is another picture. That's how most of the houses end up there. If you don't know, in Japan, most of the houses are made of wood, as in the US. That's why disasters hit harder on that places. Here where we live, most of the houses are for concrete and blocks and that stuff, so it's not that common, okay? And here you're going to complete with the correct verb in each of the sentences. Aquí nada más van a escoger cuál de los dos es el correcto y les dejo aquí rapidito un screenshot de el transcript. Okay, ahí le pueden tomar un screen si lo quieren leer. Esa es la primera parte y esta es la segunda. Si se fijan, es un audio bastante largo. Le pueden tomar un screen aquí para irlo leyendo al mismo tiempo que ustedes lo contestan. Entonces, esos serían los dos ejercicios de listening para esta semana.